Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee for the 2005 Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championships. I'm Sean Royster alongside Aaron Katz. An exciting event here, the US Open. It doesn't get any bigger than this, and a classic matchup today in the women's game.
Yeah, by far the two best young players in the game. Racsich, former champion. Christy Van Hees, former champion. Doing battle here. Should be a great match.
So Racquetball, really, did she have a tough draw to get to this match, and was she tested?
No, neither of them have been tested yet. That's what makes this so exciting. Rhonda advanced with all 3 straight game victories, the last coming in the semifinals against a savvy veteran, Laura Fenton, who she dispatched in 3 quick games.
So Rhonda, basically known as the best athlete on the women's tour. She had a shot at the WNBA and chose pro racquetball. Let's see what she has to say about this matchup today against Christy.
Oh, it's going to be a great match. She's definitely got a little bit of a different game style, but she's still pretty aggressive. Everyone calls it conservative, but I guess it would be compared to mine. This court, and especially with this new ball, it's real different. So it's going to be a good matchup. With the music playing and the light show going and the crowd yelling, that's like fuel to my fire. That probably pumps me up more than anything else. As long as I hit the front wall first, try to get the ball every get. Pretty confident that I'll have a solid game, come out on top.
Rhonda definitely prepared for this matchup, and she knows she's going to be all over this court today.
Yeah, she's going to play very hard. She's always played extremely well here at the US Open, but she's got a very tough matchup today, Sean. Christy Van Hees has been playing great ball, and she plays a very classic style of racquetball. Very high percentage shot selection, very good mentally. Rhonda's going to have to use all of her athletic ability to get by Christy today.
And you mentioned Christy hasn't been tested up to this point. Let's talk about her draw sheet.
Very easy matches through the semifinals. She played Kristen Walsh yesterday, was tested for just a moment in the second game, but won in 3 quick games, and is going to come in today well rested and very prepared.
So Christy Van Hees, also a US Open champion. Let's hear from her about this matchup against Rhonda today.
Rhonda's mainly on the floor where I don't dive at all, so I'm just running my hardest to reach every ball and make every shot. So we both have very aggressive game styles. Mine's a bit more predictable than hers is. Winning in 2000 was a completely different experience going into the game that I am today. I'm more mature coming into this final. I've got a lot more general playing experience. I look at my game a lot differently. Back then I was just a really excited kid to be here, and the passion really, made the outcome as a win in 2000, and this is more hard work is going to make the outcome as a win.
So Christy, really a consummate professional. She's got a lot of weapons, and she's prepared for this match today.
Yeah, she's got such a nice, quiet confidence about her. The contrast between her and Rhonda should be really entertaining today. Rhonda's talking about feeding off the crowd and the energy, whereas Christy is just so well balanced, very steady. I think it's going to be a great match to watch.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to a great match here. When we get back here on the Tennis Channel, the 2005 Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championships. It's the women's finals. We'll be right back.
The Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championships is brought to you by Choice Hotels International, family of hotel brands with over 5,000 locations and 8 different brands worldwide, offering every type of accommodation in every price range. We meet all your travel needs. For reservations, visit us at choicehotels.com today. Choice Hotels, we'll see you there. And by Wilson Art Flooring. If it's tough enough for pro racquetball, it's tough enough for your home. Enjoy the beauty and durability of Wilson Art Flooring, available at fine floor covering centers everywhere. Nikon, the world leader in digital imaging, precision optics, and photo imaging technology. Visit NikonUSA.com for a complete listing of all of our state-of-the-art products. Nikon, at the heart of the image. Also, Nuveen Investments, dedicated to helping you reach your goals in life. Ask your financial advisor today how Nuveen's growing range of equity and fixed income products can help you support your long-term plans.
It was almost 50 years ago when Danny Thomas had a dream. A dream of creating a unique research hospital devoted to curing catastrophic diseases in children. More than just a treatment facility, this would be a research center for children from all parts of the world. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital has always played a big part in the sport of racquetball. Every year since the US Open began here in Memphis, the players take time out to go over and visit these children. The Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championships has donated now over $100,000 to St. Jude's. This helps in advancing the research and treatment for these brave children. Not only is this great for the kids to meet these professional athletes, but it's also a reminder to the players and all of us, truly, what real strength and courage is all about.
Here we are in Memphis. Aaron Katz, a classic matchup for a women's pro final. Ronda Racich, number 3 in the world, and Christy Van Hees, the number 1 player in the world.
Yeah, great matchup, very contrasting styles. Christy, the consummate professional, very steady, very high percentage shot selection. Ronda's a little more erratic. We're going to expect more mistakes out of Ronda, but we're also going to expect many more spectacular shots. I think Ronda's really going to have to play at the top of her game to beat Christy. Back wall set up. Great.
That's a good get. You're going to see a lot of that out of Ronda. What you know about Ronda's game style is that she is all over the place, not afraid to get bloody and dirty.
Yeah, it dives a lot, but I don't think Christy gets credit for her court positioning as much as Ronda does because she's so well balanced and plays so smart that she doesn't dive as much, but I think she covers the court every bit as well as Ronda. I think just in a little more efficient way. We're going to see her getting to a lot of balls like that boast up front, but on her feet.
Another miss by Ronda Racich.
And then you see a couple of errors, and that's what we talked a little bit about earlier, Sean. Ronda's going to be a little more error-prone. Christy is just going to play very steady, solid racquetball.
Christy with the drives. That's a great serve to Ronda's backhand side.
Once again, just very fundamental. Christy hitting the ball into the corner, coming back to center court, controlling center style, a very classic style of play. Good passing shot, forcing Ronda to go to the ceiling. Back wall set up. Back wall set up again.
Oh, not great play out of Ronda yet.
No, and
couple great, easy setups, routine shots for Ronda, and she misses.
Yeah, and what this has certainly started the way Christy would want it. Her controlling center court, getting a lot of opportunities. And there Ronda hit a passing shot down the line. Looked like Christy was leaning to the left a little bit because that ball was not a particularly well hit down the line. Set up in front. That's a good shot by Ronda. And Ronda, the shorter the rallies are, the more they're going to favor Ronda. Serve and shoot is more her style. As the rally evolves, I think Christy has a very big advantage on how well she moves the ball around. Another skip there from Ronda. That's 3 or 4 skips at the early part of this game, and that's really what is responsible for Christy's 4-1 lead. Great get. There's a really good get. Look at Christy coming back to center court. Good shot by Ronda.
Good offensive play there by Ronda. It sometimes seems to take her quite a bit to get going, and she really starts showing her stuff about the second and third game.
Yeah, Ronda's game is much more of a roller coaster than Christy's. Christy, you can expect the same play almost from point 1 to game 5. Ronda, we may see some tremendous highs, and then that combined with some pretty tremendous lows like we've seen at the beginning of this game.
That's
Great
a very
shot.
tough.
Yeah, you see Ronda skipping an easy forehand up in the front court and then rolling out a backhand from 39 feet.
Still 1 serving 4. Ronda lining up to drive serve. It's a good one. Gets the ceiling ball she wants.
Great get by Christy. Set up for Ronda. Oh, Christy moved a little too soon. That's a very tough play when you've given your opponent a setup like that, how early you want to try and move to their next shot. There, she guessed forward on the pinch, and Ronda hit it down the line for a winner.
That's a great shot, all set up by a good serve.
Exactly. Like we talked about earlier, that style, that tempo would favor Ronda. Serve and shoot, a lot of quick rallies. As the rallies evolve, Christy really, I think, will take control. Good Z serve. Set up again.
It's well played by Ronda, starting to feel it now.
Yeah. really serving better, getting a lot of weak returns. And Christie's made a couple of uncharacteristic errors where she hasn't been able to control center court.
All tied up at 4-apiece here in Game 1. This is the women's pro final, the Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championship.
Christie's game is really based on percentages. She's got to control center court. You're not going to see her hitting a lot of winners from awkward positions. Her game is to move the ball around, get control of center court, wear her opponent down, and take advantage of her opportunities. Good serve coming off the back wall. Good scrape. Another back wall set up. And there's a great passing shot for Christie. Once again, you see a much different shot selection between these two. When Rhonda's feet are set and she's got an opportunity, she's almost always going to go for the kill shot, normally a pinch like we've seen 3 or 4 of. There you see Christie, classic passing style. Even though she had an opportunity to set her feet, she hit a passing shot down the right wall. Good serve, good return by Rhonda.
Oh, bad miss there.
Bit of a
Christie.
force. Yeah, Christie, I think, was a little frustrated there that she wasn't rewarded for her good serve. Rhonda flicked just such a good ceiling ball. Christie probably needed to go back to the ceiling, but had already made up her mind to go for an offensive shot.
Rhonda lines up to serve. It's a good drive serve. A little bit off the back wall there.
Good shot there by Christie.
All it takes is that little, just a couple inches off that back wall for Christie to just line up and shoot.
Yeah, when you hit that drive serve right, you really want it to hit the back wall first so it stays off to the side versus the side wall first where it wraps around to the center of the court. Good Z serve. Beautiful shot. Good mix of serve there by Christie. She moved over to the left side of the court, hit a Z serve. Rhonda tried to go down the line, but Christie very, very effectively stepped over and pinched it. Good hands.
Oh.
Again, very solid racquetball by Christie, mixing up her serves. First time she went over to that left side, she hit a Z serve. This time she hit a drive to the right to the forehand. But the important thing to watch, Sean, as this match goes on, how often is Christie striking the ball from the center of the court? In those last few rallies, you've really seen her dominating the center court. Good Z serve again. And a skip.
Yeah, now Rhonda's starting to really make a few mistakes here.
Really great change of serve here by Christie. She had kind of gotten stuck at 4, serving from the right side of the court. She moved over to the left and has a nice 3-point run going. Good run by Christie there, all set up by that change of serve. Let's see what Rhonda does in the box now. She has pretty much stuck with her bread and butter serve, drive serve from just right of center, and she looks like she's going to stick with that. Good serve. Great flick. Again, look where Christie struck that ball from right in the center of the court. Rhonda probably forced her backhand a little bit.
We have our first time out here at 8-4. Christie Van Hees leading Rhonda Racich. More of Game 1 when we return. We're back here. Christie Van Hees, the #1 player in the world, versus Rhonda Racich.
And so far this game, Sean, going very much the way you would have scripted it. Rhonda hitting some great shots, but overall, Christie really controlling the tempo. Down the line pass.
Very tough shot.
Great by Rhonda. Once again, very difficult to sustain that quality of player if you're Rhonda. Out of center court, reaching back, scraping the ball off the side wall, hit a great rollout. But for 3 games to score 11 points, having to hit that quality of shot is very, very difficult.
That's a great backhand.
Yeah, much better. Once again, set up by a good serve. Christie couldn't get Rhonda out of center court, and we're seeing a real repeated theme. Whoever gets to strike that ball from the center of the court is scoring points. And there you see Christie moving her out of center. Smart ceiling ball. Rhonda coming back into the backcourt.
Set up off the back wall. Very nice shot by Rhonda Racich. Beautiful splat on the forehand side.
Yeah, really well hit. Using that side glass wall very well. Good comeback here by Rhonda. You see Christie taking her time, really conscious of controlling the tempo.
If you're just joining us, both players on the court here have won a US Open. Rhonda currently ranked #3 in the world, and Christie in the black
And there's an
ranked number 1 in the world.
Uncharacteristic error by Christie. I think Christie needs a timeout now. Ronda's come all the way from 4 to 7 on 3 quick serves. And Christie's going to stay in there. Good passing shot. Oh, boy.
Ronda pumps her fist, fired up as she ties it up in game 1.
Just a spectacular shot there, Sean. That's called a boast, where it goes sidewall, front wall, and it's so devastating to your opponent because you actually take a defensive shot where the ball's way behind you and turn the tables and hit an offensive shot because it dies so far up in the front court. There's
Christie
a good
takes that timeout. It's a 8-all here in game 1.
In order to start the rally, you need to serve. To serve, you have to stand between these 2 solid red lines, hit the ball against the front wall. The ball needs to travel past this second red line on a fly without touching the back wall on a fly. And here's what it looks like. And now your rally started. Now that you've served the ball, your opponent needs to hit it before it bounces twice. Once he does hit it, it needs to hit the front wall before it hits the floor. If it hits the floor first, it's called a skip, and you've won the rally.
We're back here in game 1. Ronda has clawed her way back to 8-8.
Great comeback, down 8-4. Christie seemed to be in total control. Ronda got into that service box and has really turned things around. You know, there's so many different things these players have to adjust to at this US Open. We talked about the portable side court with the glass wall. That's tough to see. Here you see Christie having some trouble with the microphone she's hooked up to. Back wall set up.
Wow. Ronda playing some great racquetball right now. Beautiful serve and setup.
You see Christie really, that's about as much a show of emotion as you'll see from Christie, where she jammed the back of her racket into the back wall in frustration here. She knows she's kind of let Ronda back into this game. Oh boy, what a missed opportunity there by Ronda. Christie just missed her shot. Her down the line caught the side wall. Ronda could have stepped up and ripped that forehand, but I think thought Christie was going to hit a better shot, so she wound up lunging for it. Good Z-serve. Great save. Awkward shot by Christie.
Yeah.
Another miss.
Oh, and a
boy.
miss by Ronda.
Yeah, that was not a well-played point, Sean. Almost every shot was an error, ending with the ultimate error, a skip by Ronda, but each player missed their shots along the way. Back wall setup. Great shot. Great shot by Christie. Weak return by Ronda, came off the back wall in the center of the court, and Christie hit a nice soft pinch into that right corner.
Ronda receiving here. Made a few errors.
Great get by Christie.
Ooh.
Good call by the ref. Great call. That is a good call.
Ronda's got the opportunity to appeal, and she does, unlike the men's game. And the call stands. One line judge agrees, one doesn't.
Yeah, Ronda was trying to steal a point there, Sean. She wanted the avoidable hinder, but one, Christie had already cleared to giving her a shot, and two, she was striking the ball so high on her backhand that it really wasn't an offensive shot.
You're on mine. What are you waiting for?
That's my legs. And serving now.
Christie serving for first game and doesn't get it with Ronda hitting great backhand.
Now, I will say, if there's one thing we've seen from Ronda over the years here at the US Open, she seems to have an uncanny ability to hit her best shots at the most important parts of the match there, trailing 9-10 as an example. Good passing shot. Great cover by Christie. Set up for Ronda. Great get. Good sealing ball. Look at that footwork by Christie.
Wow! Absolutely amazing. Ronda puts her hand up looking for a hinder, and you know Christie's going to go for it.
Oh, now you want it. Give it back. Thank you.
I call no hinder.
Call stance, great call.
That's kind of a lucky break here. You know, we've been watching the men's game for the last several weeks, Sean, and we've talked so much about how they don't have linesmen. The Women's Pro Tour does have linesmen, and you can appeal any call there. Christy was there appealing that she had actually committed a hinder on Ronda earlier in the rally when Ronda raised her hand. Set up for Ronda. Oh boy, oh boy. She may remember that one if she doesn't win this game. He had a dead forehand setup in the center of the court and missed it front wall, side wall, and Christy hit a perfect passing shot. Oh,
Another
boy.
error for Ronda.
Boy, 2 bad errors at a critical time in this match, Sean. A forehand error to give Christy the serve back, and then an error to give Christy game point. Sticks with that Z serve, set up, and there you see Christy taking care.
She skipped
it. Ooh, oh boy. Oh, that was not a good one to skip at game point there, Sean. She got the shot she wanted. Back wall set up. Great angle. Great get. Oh, I'm surprised Christy didn't cut that off.
Wow, oh my goodness. Ronda stumbling to try to get herself up. And her hand gets jammed in the back court here. You can see her grabbing her wrist here. She had a little trouble and somehow got up and flicked it into the left corner.
All that, and we're still tied? Come on.
Great get by Christy. Set up for Ronda. Good angle. Good flick by Christy. Oh, just a great shot by Ronda. Boy, Ronda has really played just a great game here, Sean. Coming back from 8-4, hitting that backhand rollout earlier at game point against her, and now she's serving for the game for the first time at 12-11. It's game to 11, win by 2. Good serve, set up off the back wall, and a great angle. First game, Ronda Racich here in the women's final of the US Open.
Shot selection is one of the most critical parts of the game. As you can see, when Jason is behind his opponent, as you would be if you were behind your opponent, if the ball's in his hitting zone, he's going to hit a passing shot, or if it's out of his hitting zone, he's going to hit a ceiling ball, which draws me out of the middle. If you are in front of your opponent, as Jason is in front of me, that's the time when you pinch or you kill, which keeps the ball in front of the court and moves me forward.
We're back here, Ronda leading 1-0. That first game was a great win for Ronda. You know, we talked about how Ronda's going to hit more spectacular shots and Christy's going to be steadier. Well, in that first game, Ronda skipped 8 balls and hit 7 winners. Christy skipped 3 balls and hit 3 winners. So right now, so Ronda goes, so the match goes. If she's hitting her shots, she's scoring points, and if she's missing, Christy's obviously scoring points.
As you saw at the end of that first game, she jammed her wrist on that back wall. And if you look on her racket hand, on her glove hand, you'll see she got a wrap around her wrist. She's got a very tender wrist now.
Really?
And ironically, coming up next after this match, we've got the men's final between the #1 player in the world, Kane, and Cliff. And Kane Wazelinchuk was the one putting the wrap on Ronda. So instead of preparing for his match, he's helping out Ronda Racich to get...
That is ironic. Great cutoff. Good get again by Ronda. A back wall opportunity. Wow. Boy, she is just playing with a ton of energy, a lot of fire, and she's playing as steady as I've seen her play in a long time. She clearly is controlling this match at this point. Good shot and a good get.
Perfect ceiling ball. Wow. I saw that as a perfect ceiling ball, and Christy steps up and just takes an aggressive backhand from the shoulder.
But not characteristic of Christy's style. I think she really forced it and gave Rhonda a setup in the center of the court. Christy's very frustrated right now. She really has lost her cool. She needs to get her game back. I think she's frustrated by the fact that Rhonda is really controlling play. Great shot there by Christy. Right now, as we talked about in that first game, Sean, Rhonda really dictated. She either hit or she missed, but each point was dictated by her action.
Ball comes out of the court towards us here, Aaron, and let's talk about that rule when the ball leaves the court, and it's a special rule because of this portable court here in Memphis.
Portable court, so the back of the court is opened as opposed to the side walls going all the way to the ceiling. If the ball sails out in the air, the player who struck it loses the point, and if the ball bounces and goes out, it's a play over. There's a short serve for Christy. You know, this whole having linesmen, Sean, brings in a whole nother strategic aspect to the game because the players are only allowed to appeal 5 calls. So you see the players really giving thought on a questionable call, whether to appeal or not. There, Christy, I think, thought of appealing her short serve, but I think didn't want to use up an appeal.
That was a great re-kill by Rhonda there in the center of the court.
Good get, set up off the back wall. A little conservative there. Little conservative. Good get by Christy. Great shot. What a shot that was. It was 2 bounces.
Wow! Look at that. That is so tough.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I love it.
Unbelievable shot there by Rhonda.
I mean, Christy's showing incredible speed from back to front and getting a lot of balls, but Rhonda just going between the legs and killing that ball.
I think that was a bit of a justice shot because Christy's get was 2 bounces. Anyway, we're at 3-4 here. Rhonda serving. Set up off the back wall.
That is beautiful. You know, momentum is such a huge part of this game, and Rhonda just feeds off this crowd.
Yeah, and even though it's 4-4 now, I get the feeling that momentum is clearly in Rhonda's favor. She is really playing with a lot of energy, and Christy is not looking nearly as calm, nearly as relaxed as she was when she was up 8-4 in the first. Good serve, set up.
That's a great shot by Christy Van Hees.
And Rhonda missed a bit of an opportunity there to keep the momentum going. She had a good opportunity with that backhand up in the front court after hitting a very strong drive serve.
It's all tied up here 4 apiece in game 2.
Christy taking her time, trying to regroup here.
Rhonda going to take a timeout as her knee is cut completely open. We'll take a timeout. We're right in the middle of game 2 here, all tied up. We're back on the court here. Christy Van Hees in the box, serving to Rhonda Racich, who is dealing with a few injuries, but not letting it bother her one bit.
Good get there by Christy. Scraped that ball up. Good shot. See Christy pumping her fist there. That's one of the first points she's controlled in a while.
Christy takes a lead, 5-4 in game 2.
Good serve there by Christy. She had Rhonda leaning the wrong way. Christy has been hitting the Z serve to Rhonda's backhand primarily from that position, and there she snuck one down the forehand line.
Wow.
Boy, strong shot by Rhonda. Christy hit a pretty good serve after hitting the serve to the forehand. She went back to the Z to the backhand, but Rhonda would have none of it and stepped over and cut it off and rolled it out. Set up again. Oh, boy.
See, that's standing straight up.
Yeah, standing straight up and didn't move her feet at all. There she really should have backed up. Not only would she have been in better position to hit the ball, but she would have taken Christy further out of play.
Christy lines up for a drive Z, and Rhonda pummels that backhand.
Yeah, you know, Christy is not hitting that Z with authority at all. Rhonda is seeing it early and just stepping up and creaming it. Christy's going to need to go to a new serve, I think. She does not have Rhonda off balance with that Z at all.
That's not a good serve out of Ronda. That ball came so far off the back wall.
A little too far off the back wall, and nice cleanup work by Christie. See Christie going to a new serve. Very smart decision here. Good serve off the back wall. And there's that rule we talked about where the ball hit the floor and went out of the court, so it's a play over. Only here at the U.S. Open would that occur, Sean.
We're getting an appeal
Stayed
here.
in the court.
Ball hit the light.
Hit the light? Hit the light.
It hit the top, hit the light, and came back in.
Okay. Never mind.
6-4.
I'll keep that one for later.
6 serving 4. Christie with that drive to the backhand.
Good sealing ball, set up by Ronda. Good flick, set up by Christie. Oh boy.
There it is. Ronda dropping to her rear end there and taking a shot.
Yeah, once
Beautiful.
again, kind of a sloppy rally there, Sean. Both players missed a few opportunities before Ronda finally did the cleanup work. Great get by Christie. Back wall set up. Oh boy.
After such a great shot,
Yeah.
to miss such an easy setup.
You know, once again, for amateurs watching at home, Ronda really did not move her feet, didn't go back to that ball off the back wall, and wound up skipping it because it was a little bit too deep in her stance. Good serve, weak return, set up for Christie. Good passing shot.
It really was a perfect pass.
And that is classic Christie Van Hees racquetball. Good strong serve to the backhand, forces a weak return, and then hits a good passing shot over to the backhand side. So far, it's been a very tight match. Good serve again by Christie. Great shot. That's the best 2 points Christie's put together since she was up 8-4 in the first. 2 good serves, drew 2 weak returns, and followed up with great forehand shots. Off the back wall. Good get, set up for Ronda.
Perfect down the line.
Down the line. You know, this game, and we've talked about it this is our 8th week or 7th week, I think, Sean, that we've been watching these great players play, and you can't overstate so much a racquetball is based on who wins that at serve, return of serve exchange, and we're seeing that really play out today. Back wall set up. There's a passing shot. Kind of a lucky break for Christie there. Good get. Oh.
That's just a couple times I've seen Ronda try to hit a little top spin into the left corner. I don't understand that shot.
Well, she's trying to do too much. You know, she could have gotten there, balanced, and just hit a nice shot down the line, but she's a little off balance, lunging for the ball. And that's what you get with Ronda, though, Sean. You get spectacular shots, and then you also get some confusing shots like you just pointed out, and Christie came back and made her pay for it with a crack serve ace. Good serve, back wall set up. Good
Nice
get. Oh boy, that is just textbook racquetball by Christie. Great serve to the backhand, stretched Ronda out, perfect down the line, made Ronda dive for it, got a weak return, and then hit a perfect down the line on the left wall, just moving Ronda left, right, left.
Scores 10 serving 4.
Christie with game point here. 10 serving 4.
Great serve, good return, bit of a force.
Ronda's not going to let it happen there.
Yeah, bit of a force there. Once again, Christie was not rewarded for her good serve because Ronda hit such a good ceiling ball, and I think Christie forced that backhand a little bit. She should have gone back to the ceiling, waited for a little better opportunity. Oh, boy. Ronda's really gotten a little out of sorts. She was at 4-4 in this game. Looked like she had momentum going her way after coming back from 8-4 in the first game, and then the wheels have kind of come off since then, and here's Christie serving for the second time at 10-4.
10 serving 4.
Second opportunity for Christie to close out game 2.
Another good serve.
Ronda.
That's
Return
just
of
a-
serve is just amazing for Ronda.
That's a great shot because Christie hit that serve right where she wanted it. Once again, Ronda has this unique ability to come up with her biggest shots on the most important points.
I think Ronda might appeal that.
Appeal.
Call the serve short, she appeals. Ball stands. Side out.
You know, the way the appeal works, Sean, is there's two lines people. Both have to disagree with the ref for to be overruled. There, one's line person agreed, one line's person disagreed, so the call stands.
Third opportunity for Christie to close out game 2.
Mixes up her serve, Z serve off the back.
Ronda again with some great return of serve.
And Ronda really hanging in there, and Christie having a tough time with leads in both of these games. 8-4 in the first and couldn't close it out, and now at 10-4 hasn't closed it out her first 2 times. Set up. Oh, not a good shot by Ronda.
Yeah, a couple errors. I don't know about that serve either.
Well, the serve was okay. It pushed Christie deep in the corner. She didn't do too much with it, but then Ronda had a forehand dead in the center of the court. Same thing, rather than backing up and striking it lower in her hitting zone. Good serve again, and there's the skip for the second game.
All tied up here at 1 game apiece as Christie takes game 2, 11-4. We'll be back for more of the Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championships on the Tennis Channel.
Sean, you know, we talked about that first game that Ronda really dictated play. The second game, Ronda had 8 skips and 7 winners, and Christie had 1 skip and 4 winners. So once again, so Ronda goes, so typically the game goes. Ronda's got to feel pretty good about where she's at. She was down 8-4 in the first, came back and won, and then lost the second 11-4. But at 1-1, if she starts hitting her shots, oh, that was a terrible skip. Terrible skip.
Getting an appeal, though.
What a terrible call. What a terrible, I can't believe. You know, Sean, this kind of overrides what we've been talking about, that you have linesmen to overrule the bad call. There was just an obvious skip. It actually skipped before it hit the sidewall and then rolled to the front wall. Let's see how if Christie's able to shake that bad call off.
So both line judges and the referee all agree that that was a good shot.
And there's justice. Ronda skipping that forehand. You hate to see a bad call like that impact the match. Fortunately, only impacted at 1 point. Looks like it may have fired Christie up a little bit. She knows that Ronda knew that skipped, and Christie has a kind of a refocused look of determination on her. Good serve. Great return by Ronda.
Oh, runs up to cut that off. Not a smart move.
Now, once again, percentage racquetball is so much in Christie's favor in this match. Ronda, if you're going to cut that off, you really got to get the ball in the air. But to your point, Sean, she should have backed up and hit that ball. Great get by Christie. Set up for Ronda.
You know, Christie's moving very well. You know, she said in her pre-interview she doesn't dive. She never dives. But she's moving so well, she doesn't really need to.
You know, and she plays so smart, controls center court so well that she doesn't need to leave her feet. As you know, we talked about earlier, Sean, how her movement is kind of underrated because it's a little less dramatic than Ronda's.
Wow, there's that boast. A squash term, but
yeah,
I mean, Ronda's hit a couple of them now in this match.
Yeah, once again, just such a contrasting style. Ronda goes for and hits so many spectacular shots, and Christie is so fundamental, so basic. You know, just totally different players. Good serve, great flick by Christie. Good passing shot there by Ronda. Had Christie leaning on the down the line, which Ronda has hit many more times today, and she pulled it cross court.
Ronda with a lead now, 3-2.
You see Christie very conscious of the tempo, doesn't want to let Ronda get on a roll, raising her racket as you're allowed to do, slowing things down, getting Ronda to have to think about what she's going to do next. Ronda does way better when she gets to act instinctively.
Ball might be broken, no?
Either you miss it or a broken ball.
If you're just joining us, a classic women's pro final here at the US Open. Racquetball a champion of this event in the past.
2000.
And Christy Van Hees, 5 years ago, won this event as well. Wow,
Great
good
shot. I think it was 2 bounces. Good cleanup work there by Christy. Rhonda made a great get, but really wasn't able to do too much with it. Gave Christy a setup, and Christy ended the rally with a backhand kill. Set up off the back wall. Oh, boy. Once again, difference in how they would approach that shot. Rhonda, open stance, trying to hit a very difficult touch shot rather than just stepping over and stroking through it like we've seen Christy do so many times in the front court.
Christy with the lead again.
Great shot. Christy mixing up her serve so well. She's gone back to that Z serve that she really didn't have much success with in the second game, and there forced Rhonda to hit a cross court right at Christy's forehand, and Christy buried it in the front right corner. Oh boy. Bad run here for Rhonda.
And she's going to take a timeout here and think about it. Christy Van Hees with the lead, 6-3. Both in the series have a game. We'll be right back.
The purpose of a serve is to force a weak return. You accomplish that by mixing up your serve, which keeps your opponent off guard and guessing. After you serve, it is a must to get back into good center court position to prepare for your next shot. Let's take a look at Jason.
We're back here. Christy Van Hees with the lead, 6-3.
Score is 6, serving 3.
And a quick turnaround here for Christy. She was down 3-2 and is running up to 6-3 now. Good serve.
Quite a run here that continues for Christy Van Hees.
Once again, Christy is that good fundamental racquetball. Hit the serve into the corner, get to the center of the court, look for your opportunity.
Wow,
good
fully
get.
Extended.
Set up for Christy. Boy,
great get by Rhonda, but just not enough.
yeah, Christy really controlling center court now. You know, using the Notre Dame analogy, student body left, student body right. She's just moving Rhonda all over the place.
Look at that.
Boy. Beautiful racket control from the center of the court. And this is Christy Van Hees racquetball we're seeing right now. Good serve, controlling center court, and has Rhonda moving all over the place. Good mixing up the serve. That's coming off the back wall. She went to the ceiling.
That's pretty
Great
tough.
shot. But, you know, once again, Christy's going back thinking, you know what? I made her hit a great shot, a shoulder-high backhand from 39 feet. If she's going to beat me with that shot, bring it on is what she's thinking.
Rhonda switches up to the lob serve.
Look at her just moving Rhonda all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
really taking control right now.
Yeah, Rhonda, she's got Rhonda off balance, misdirection passes, and Christy is really looking calm. This is how she looked earlier in that first game when she got off to that 8-4 lead. Good serve again, weak return, center court forehand. Off balance for Rhonda, diving, slam it. Look at Christy just controlling.
Wow. I mean, every single ball in that rally was Rhonda on the defense.
Yeah, you know, again, absolute kudos to Rhonda to come back and win that point. But there is no way she can expect to come back and win this match if she's going to have to hit that quality of shot to win points. What do you think, Sean?
I agree. I mean, it seems like this entire third game has been Christy Van Hees on the offense.
Set up off the back wall. A little bit of a miss there. Good get by Christy. Set up for Rhonda.
And she capitalizes with a great shot. Points on the board for Rhonda, 4 serving 9.
Rhonda working so hard for every point, really earning them here. Christie's not giving her any freebies. Good ceiling ball, drives Rhonda deep. Wow, boy. That's an incredible shot. I mean, Christie hit almost a perfect ceiling ball. It was wallpaper from 38 feet. Somehow, Rhonda scraped it off the wall and splat rolled it in the front court. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Good call. Very good call there. A little bit of a missed opportunity for both players there. Christie had an opportunity on the return of serve, and then Rhonda again looked like she lunged for that ball rather than just re-killing it. Back. That's a good call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, it was an offensive shot, but you got to give Rhonda a chance to get that ball.
Christie will never get that call.
No. Boy, I can't believe a linesperson disagreed with that.
Who did? Which one?
The left linesperson disagreed with the ref's hinder call.
Oh, wow.
I'm starting to go back on what I've been saying about having lines people.
Well, I don't think you need to go back on it. And I think it's just, I think you're right about having lines judges. They have to be good ones, though.
You know, here you see Christie calling the timeout at 5'9", siding her out. You know, just playing beautiful percentage, fundamental racquetball back in the service box at 9-5. Good serve, good return. Back wall set up for Rhonda.
Wow, great
Does
shot.
Work. Bit of a missed opportunity. That ball jumped off the side wall, so Christie hit it off the back wall. Christie should have done a little bit more with that ball, but she was a little thrown off by the angle it came at her at.
She goes back to the drive.
Great
not a
shot.
bad serve. Not a bad serve.
No, hit a good serve, and then Christie just hit a beautiful soft pinch. You know, again, Rhonda has just so much heart, and she never quits. You know, down 8-4, came back and won. She sided Christie out at 10-4 in the second game, and here she is down 9-3 in this game and still plugging. Just an absolute credit to her guts and the heart that she plays with.
Wow.
Great shot by Christie, running it right down the wall.
Again, another decent serve out of Rhonda, but Christie just brings it.
Yeah, Christie's just very, very solid. She plays, you know, just so solid. Solid off the backhand, forehand serve, return of serve. What a shot.
Rhonda had a couple opportunities there. I think she needs to think about her shot selection.
Yeah.
She's in the front court.
Yeah, and you know, Christie, she doesn't do anything spectacular, but she does everything well. There's the skip.
And there we have it. Christie takes a 2-1 lead in the series. We'll be right back for Game 4 of the Women's Pro Final.
In the game of racquetball, the only way you can score a point is if you're serving. If your opponent wins the rally when you're serving, it's called the side out, and it's their turn to serve and your turn to receive. The dotted line is on the court to protect the server. The receiver is not allowed to enter into this safety zone until the ball has bounced. But once the ball bounces, this line disappears.
We're back in Memphis for the 2005 Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championship. If you've been following this, we've got 9 shows on the Tennis Channel. Right now we've got Christie Van Hees, the #1 player in the world.
Whoa.
Versus Rhonda Racich, #3.
Great shot. What a missed opportunity there by Rhonda. Christie hit a very, very weak return, set up off the back wall. If you're Rhonda, you do not want to let Christie get a lead in this game, up 2-1. It's a good serve, skip. Once again, Christie just very solid, putting the ball in the corner, coming back to the center of the court, and making Rhonda do something good with it.
Another miss by Rhonda Racich.
2 skips.
2 easy points for Christie Van Hees in Game 4.
Boy, is that solid racquetball by Christie. Once again, can't overstate how solid and fundamental Christie's game is. Good serve, come to center of the court, get your shot. There's a setup for Ronda. Set up again. Another setup for Christie. Boy, Christie has really worked her way into this game to where she is just dominating Ronda. Ronda is flailing and flopping and diving all over the court, and Christie is just on balance in center court, moving it left, moving it right, and then ending at that one with a perfect pin shot. Set up off the back wall, passing shot, stretched out. Once again, Ronda's having to come up with spectacular shots just to end the rally. There she was stretched out and had to jam it into the side wall and hit that three-wall post we talked about earlier.
Ronda yet to get a point on the board here. She better do something. Good pass by Ronda Racquetball.
You know, since that first game, Christie has outscored Ronda 26-10 and just absolutely dominated this match.
Oh, just a mental lapse right there from Ronda.
Yeah, and Ronda's, for the first time, even though she's been getting outplayed for the majority of this match, for the first time, I'm starting to see some negative body language. Her head's starting to fall a little bit, shoulders starting to slump. She really needs to get it together quickly. And there's a skip. You know, and it wears you down, Sean, when you're playing a match like Ronda's played, where she's been so dependent on the energy of the crowd and the emotion she generates by diving and hitting great shots. It's very difficult to sustain. Just beautiful racquetball by Christie. Down the left wall, forces a weak return by Ronda, steps up and hits it down the right wall. Weak return, set up.
Oh, bad miss.
Just
Easy setup.
A rare miss. Only her 5th skip of the match, Sean. And let's see if Ronda can take advantage of it. But, you know, you really don't want to let a player get up when you've got him down like she has Ronda down. Weak return, set up for Ronda. Oh,
Just
boy.
missed. Just barely missed that.
Ronda's just so out of sorts that she can't even hit the easy ones right now.
6, everyone.
Christie really running away with this fourth game.
Beautiful angle on that serve, right into the corner to where you freeze your opponent. You don't know whether it's going to hit sidewall first or back wall first. And fortunately for Christie, it hit right in the crack and just died. Another good serve, forces the weak return.
It's right open.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Good call there by the ref.
7 serving.
Oh, they did call a hinder. Boy, I'm not so sure I agree with that call, Sean. What did you think?
Well, I thought she could get to it. I'm not sure if it was Ronda trying to get an avoidable out of her or what, but I mean,
I think it was Ronda not wanting to take that shot because it was wallpaper. I thought she could have gotten to it, and I don't think Christie was hindering her.
I didn't know. They just told me today that.
What a beautiful shot. Ronda hit a different serve there, a jam to Christie's backhand, and Christie had the presence of mind to step away from it and hit a nice soft reverse pinch right into that right corner. Another skip.
Wow.
And the fat lady is up, and she is warming up her vocal cords, Sean, right as we speak. I see her over there in that corner.
That is terrible to just single out who will be doing the singing in the crowd.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Boy. Classic. Once again, you couldn't come up with a point that represents this match better than that one, with Ronda running left, Ronda running right, and then kind of diving to miss the last shot for Christie, who's up 9-1. Set up for Ronda.
Wow, kind of a sloppy forehand.
Yeah, and Ronda looks out of sorts. Christie's got her so off balance, it almost seems unforeseeable that she'd be able to turn things around now, but we know she won't quit. She doesn't have the word quit in her.
No.
Back wall set up.
You're right.
Look at that shot. Great shot by Ronda, and she went to a lob serve. Maybe this will open things up a little bit. Sometimes changing serves has the effect of really changing the tempo on the court.
Good effort. Ronda screaming at herself to get that.
Once again, look at the way Christie's just moving the ball around. Cross-court angle, has Ronda flicking it from behind her back and then down the left wall, just moving it so well.
Great shot by Ronda.
Good shot. You know, there was a great player in the men's game in the 80s, Sean. I'm sure you remember Mike Yellen.
Sure.
To me, Christie plays such a similar style to Yellen. Beautiful
That's
shot.
just beautiful.
And then there's another famous women's player that was way before.
Lynn Adams is my call.
No.
No.
Heather McKay, the former #1 player who is also the #1 women's squash player in the world, also from Christie's home country of Canada, but she quit playing when Christie was too young to see her. So I'm guessing Christie has not modeled her game off of Heather, although her style is very, very similar. I think Heather's a little even before your time, Sean.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Heather McKay.
She actually dominated Lynn before Lynn came on to be #1. And then her and Lynn had probably, to this day, still probably the greatest rivalry in women's pro racquetball.
That's a good get. Ronda's starting to get a little juice here.
And let's watch Christie, because Christie's such a smart, aware player. I'm sure she's not going to let Ronda catch too much fire here. Ronda's come from 9-1 to 9-4.
We're going to take a little break here while they clean up the floor. 4 serving 9 in game 4. Christie leads the series 2-1. We'll be right back. Ronda puts a couple points on the board, but a tall order to try to come back and win game 4.
Yeah, but she just doesn't know how to quit, and Christie's going to be very conscious of not letting her get too far here. Ooh, that's kind of a defensive play by Christie. Oh. Opportunity off the back wall. Oh. And Sean, the reason I said that was a defensive play, I thought that ball was coming off the back wall and Christie could have shot it. Christie kind of jumped up at the end and went to the ceiling, which I thought was a very conservative decision. Good serve, back wall set up. Oh, missed her shot. Good get again.
Just so tough from Christie Van Hees. Again, like you said, running Ronda all over the place.
Yeah, just moving the ball so beautifully. Down the right wall and then ending it with a kill shot down the left wall.
So Christie Van Hees 1 point away from being the US Open champion. It's a good call, I think. Christie not going to argue. Didn't want to end the match like that, I don't think. But it was a good call.
Yeah, no, she's...
I feel it. Brenda. I feel it.
She's appealing it for the match.
So you're feeling...
I'm feeling the call is done. It's over.
Okay. I call the replay. All stands.
I mean, the chances of Christie getting that call is...
Yeah, but you got the appeal left. Why not use it to try and win the match? You know, a cagey appeal by Christie, albeit low percentage. Great get, set up.
Christie Van Hees, US Open champion.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
Christie Van Hees.
2 of the greatest women racquetball players. Great matchup. But Christie Van Hees, the #1 player in the world. I'm standing here with Christie Van Hees, the 2005 Choice Hotels US Open champion. I mean, you got to be feeling amazing right now.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's such a great experience to be here in Memphis, US Open champion. Can't get any better.
I mean, granted, you won. You took out Ronda. Ronda played well, but how do you feel like you played to win?
I just played my game, went out there confident. You know, I just having fun out here, keeping things in perspective.
Let's first talk about the first game. You went down. I mean, it looked like you had the chance to win. What was your feeling? What was your confidence level going off the court and knowing that you lost that first game?
I was just feeling pretty angry, you know. You never want to let a game slip like that, and I let it happen, but came back the next 3 were mine.
So now I guess the best question is, where do you go from here?
Well, I can tell you a couple places I'm going to go in a couple minutes, but definitely I'm going home, relax, and hang with family and friends.
Well, Christy Van Hees, the US Open champion, and she's #1 in the world for a reason. Thanks for watching.